This week at Asda, when you buy Granny Smith's, we'll give you 25% extra free.
Now there's even more for your money at Asda.
The covers come off the Barrett 1991 Blue Ribboned homes. Out with the old and in with the new. Blue Ribboned homes are beautifully decorated and include carpets, curtains and light fittings, plus a luxury fully fitted kitchen. With the Barrett part exchange service, we could offer to buy your present house within 7 days. We'll even subsidise your mortgage down to only 10% until 1993. For details, ask the operator for pre-phone Barrett Yorkshire. The lines are open now.
Come here. Polar Carpets are opening up a new superstore. You want to know where?
Albion Street, Castleford, this Saturday.
That's right. And they've got these fabulous bargains.
Bright-ribbed courts from only 99p a square yard. Axminsters and Wiltons from $4.99 a square yard. American Shadow and Twist Piles, $2.99 a square yard.
And there's more. Over 2,000 rolls to clear.
At the grand opening of Paul Air Carpet Super Deal Centres this Saturday at Unit 2, Albion Street, Castleford, next to the bus station.
From Gillette comes Sensor, the razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. Closer, safer, more comfortable. Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of Gillette Gel, for a shave that is unsurpassed.
This week, when you buy 2.5 litres of Asda Brilliant White Emulsion, we'll give you 20% extra free.
Now there's even more for your money at Asda.
Chataway. Live chat line.
0898 900 100.
Chataway.
0898 900 100.
Let's go in here.
Certainly. I've got a yen for a pipe.
Honey boy, pipe the pipe.
Got some rock, love.
How about 2 stars?
Rock and roll.
Sayonara.
Walking down the road, looking for a place to hide.
Very groovy.
Don't be Starkey. Ha ha! Starkey!
Wherever you may wander, there's no taste like Stones.
High yield, low trust funds, timeshare eternity bonds, index linked to a gold edge gilt complex.
Yep. Finance is a complicated animal, Mostyn.
Really? It's nothing like that at the Alliance in Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
No, they make investing simple.
Do they? Do they?
Yes. They pay a good rate of interest in all their accounts.
Uh-huh.
Your money's safe.
Really?
And with their Cash Plus account, you can pay your bills over the phone.
Do they really?
What?
You mean... Mostyn, what kind of a person do you think falls for a cheap gimmick like that?
Probably the sort of person who hasn't just glued all his fingers together.
You get a smarter investor at the Alliance in Leicester.
This week, when you buy 5 tins of Asda oven-baked beans, we'll give you an extra one free. Now there's even more for your money at Asda.
Now we join ITN for a Gulf War news report.
The Iraqis have again accused Allied pilots of deliberately bombing civilians. They say the air attacks on Baghdad should be treated as war crimes. ITN's Middle East correspondent Brent Sadler witnessed an attack on the city by Tomahawk cruise missiles. He was also shown damage which the Iraqis say was caused by Allied bombing.
The Pentagon said this was a chemical and biological weapons plant. It looked, smelt and appeared to be an innocent factory to produce baby milk formula. But the watchtower was out of place, and together with the camouflage it left a nagging doubt. It was dismissed by officials as common to many buildings, military or not, dating back to the Iran-Iraq War. It was at this point that the drama of undisputed actuality began to take place. It took a moment to focus on the incoming projectiles. There it goes. They came streaking past, following the same track. If the Allied intention is to bomb blast and break Iraqi morale, weaken the country and topple the leadership it is failing to show.
President Saddam Hussein will stay here, and we will stay with him until the end of the war, and we will have our big victory here against America and other countries.
Tonight, the bombers return to attack targets on the outskirts of the capital. The patterns of attack and defense have now become familiar, and by tomorrow, more of Iraq will have been destroyed.
Saudi armed forces are now securing the border town of Hafji, the center of fierce fighting over the past 3 days. The full story of the battle there may not be known for some time. What is known is that the Iraqis are now concentrating their efforts further to the west. The Saudis call the assault on Hafji an act of desperation. Allied commanders have dismissed reports that Iraq was planning a full-scale invasion of Saudi Arabia.
The burnt-out hulks of Iraqi armored personnel carriers littered Hafji's main street. The wide central boulevard had offered them little cover, most of them taken out by the highly accurate wire-guided missiles. Saudis claim more than 40 tanks and vehicles destroyed in 36 hours of fighting. As the infantry mopped up, their commanders questioned the objectives of the Iraqi thrust. Was this just a probing operation by enemy forces, or, as claimed today, part of a planned large-scale invasion of the kingdom? As Saudi artillery dealt with isolated pockets of resistance, questions too about the scale of the casualties inflicted here. U.S. estimates put the number of Iraqi dead at over 200, while the Saudis say they killed only 30 enemy troops. This afternoon they came across their own dead, but in a day and a half of fighting, the Saudi military were admitting to only 8 dead and 4 injured.
Military sources here say the Iraqi Navy may be copying the Air Force in trying to move vessels to Iran, but so far they appear to have been unsuccessful. Royal Navy Lynx helicopters have sunk several Exocet-armed Iraqi patrol boats in the northern Gulf. 86 Iraqi soldiers were taken from the water during a joint British-American operation. They're blindfolded and their hands tied for security. Doctors were present to treat them for the effects of exposure in the water.
They expected to be beaten and abused, and actually we've treated their wounds and tried to take care of them, and they were rather surprised by that.
That's it. ITN has bulletins throughout the night here on ITV, and Gulf Report just after 5 a.m. tomorrow. But from me, good night.
Is it a question of California dreaming for Brenda on Saturday?
What I would do to go out with Jill and McKay. I don't know, everyone says he's trouble. You're beautiful. Not California beautiful. Now, this process takes all night, but when you wake up in the morning, you are going to be a brand new woman. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Do blondes have more fun? Find out on Saturday. Beverly Hills 90210.
Taking you through the night on ITV, this is Yorkshire Television. Now a cursed scarecrow goes on the rampage in Friday the 13th, the series.